again.
Showtime.
Awesome.
And good morning. Good morning, everyone who decided to stop by or watch the replay. Good morning. It is Saturday, June 27th. We've come to the end of the month. This is the last Saturday of the month, right? Yeah, the last Saturday of the month.
Yep.
Oh, I was hanging out with DJ for the last 7 hours, 8 hours. I don't know. I can't remember which, but it was a long one. It was a long one.
I figured you'd be awake the whole time.
Yeah, I am the midnight cowboy. I'm the midnight insomniac. So this is easy to just do a little morning show. I'm hoping to catch on. So what is your favorite breakfast?
What's my favorite breakfast?
Yeah, what's your favorite breakfast foods?
Okay, eggs Benedict and chorizo and eggs.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, chorizo and eggs. Oh, yeah.
Two totally different flavor profiles, but also equally yum.
Yeah. I saw DJ. He had he had McDonald's. He had McDonald's bought into him.
And that is a totally different flavor profile as well.
Food group.
Ew.
Yeah. Anyway, I was wondering. There's all types of healthy breakfasts, you know. Eggs are always good. Eggs and fruit. I find watermelon and cantaloupe is always good. You gotta have your eggs. Gotta have your eggs. Maybe a little toast. Bacon's really good too.
I generally eat bacon and eggs. I don't eat toast anymore. Basically, the only bread I eat is tortillas. Hey, Carlo. Welcome to the morning blend.
I can't see it. I can see him. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. We're just talking about breakfast. What's your favorite breakfast? Maybe you could tell us about a good breakfast story. This is Breakfast Palooza, for crying out loud.
I thought it was called Morning Blend.
Dropping in.
I'm confused now.
It is
Breakfast
morning
Palooza or Morning Blend?
No, it's Morning Blend, but that could be, you're on the theater. You can talk about, of course, it doesn't have to always be about coffee. Morning Blend could be, depending on how you determine it. Anyway, it could be the topic, whatever.
Okay.
I can't believe I just said that word. How old am I? Oh, I have been up all night keeping DJ company and didn't have a whole lot of insight, but it would have given. It's not morning. Oh no, it's not. Definitely not morning. Well, It's morning where we're at.
Yep.
It's morning where we're at. We're in the southwest of the United States, so it's 6 a.m. 6 a.m. here, and hello V-Star, welcome.
Hello V-Star.
Yeah, this show is the Morning Blend, but that wasn't the title. Wasn't necessary specific to coffee and your brew. Morning Blend could just be a topic of whatever I choose, and I chose breakfast Palooza because I couldn't think of anything else. And this was yesterday at after I'd been up for all night, basically, and so yeah, I think of these when I've been up for 9 hours or 10 hours, and I just think of them and I type it up there and throw it in there. Um,
Seems to be creative
I
enough.
always enjoy it. Yeah, my mom makes a really good quiche. That's a good breakfast. She has the eggs and the ham and onions. Ugh. You'd get a kick out of my mom's quiche. She makes a really good quiche.
I'm
gonna
not
have to get that recipe from her.
Not a huge fan of raw onions. However, if they were caramelized, then yeah.
Well, yeah, they are kind of cooked when the way my mom does it. Yeah, we saw DJ. What he was eating? He was eating Mickey D's for breakfast.
Not caramel onions, caramelized onions. Criminy, you cook them till they're brown in oil, and then you can add them to anything you want. As long as they're softened, I can eat them. But I had to eat raw onions in Iraq more than once, and I still can't stand them.
Yes, V-Star, I do get some sleep. I do. I go sleep I'll sleep for about 6 to 7 hours, depending on, well, maybe 6, maybe a good 6 hours before I'm up again. So I do get some sleep. Everybody thinks I never sleep. I do sleep though. I hit it. When I sleep, I hit it hard.
Only during the day, though, huh?
Only during the day.
You're like a Fremen.
Only during the day. It's so hot here, so I don't want to go out in the day because it's so hot here. Let's see, it was like 111 yesterday. It'll probably be 108 today.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot here. And hot for me is 90 degrees, so. But V-Star, I apologize. Okay, gosh. I thought you were making a joke. Caramel onions would have been funny, though.
Carlos, you've been up for 17 work nights. They're entertainment most of the night. Oh, that's good. Well, that's what my other program is intended to be, entertainment for those working the night shift over at Insomniac Soup.
Carrot onions?
This shows...
Carrot onions, that'd be French cooking.
Did French toast actually come from French, or is that American invention? That's what I want to know.
Well, the thing is, battered bread has been common throughout multiple societies. It's that the French bread, as we've come to know it, was popularized in France. So you get a loaf of brioche and you cut it 1 inch thick, and then you take 4 or 5 eggs, a little bit of heavy cream, some cinnamon, and a dash of vanilla extract. You mix that sucker up. Now here's the secret to making really good French bread, because you want that custard to soak into every nook and cranny. That's why you want to use heavy cream instead of milk. So you let the bread dry out for at least 4 hours. And I'm not joking about that. You put it on a cooling rack. So you cut it about 1 inch thick. You take a good brioche and you cut it 1 inch thick. Lay it out on a cooling rack until it's dry. And then you put it in the custard. And then you fry it. Oh, that makes an absolutely delectable creamy inside with a nice crunchy outside. And yeah, you could put syrup on it if you want to, but if you do it that way, maybe add just a smidgen of sugar in the custard. Oh my goodness, you don't need syrup for that kind of French bread. French toast. Sorry, French bread is totally different.
French toast. Well, that's okay. You make mistakes. I want to know where did pancakes and flapjacks, where did those originate from?
Again, every single culture,
You
they
know,
have a version.
they do. I've never known. I've never bothered to ask. Maybe if Chef Solo was in here, he could probably tell us.
Oh yeah, maybe. I mean, not
Or,
everybody who's gone to culinary school has um, food history, but like I said, every culture has had a flatbread of some kind. And I mean, you're talking 6,000 years ago, the Chinese were making pancakes. They just weren't called pancakes then.
yeah,
But it's a basic thing when you have flour and you have milk or water and you add those two together and you throw it on a hot griddle, it turns into a pancake.
V Star. What are your favorite breakfast foods? Do you have one? Any suggestions of healthy breakfast?
Wait for it. I like her answer, everything.
Damn it! And that chat jumped on you. Oh, we've got five of us in there. Well, good morning, and thank you for joining the morning blend. We're just talking about breakfast. What's our favorite breakfast food? Have you already ate breakfast? Can you give good ideas of a really healthy, balanced breakfast?
There are ways of making crepes really good. I was never a fan of crepes. I was always given crepes plain with nothing in it, and it would be just tossed in front of me like pancakes, and I just go, "Well, these are just really skinny pancakes. What's the point?" But no, once I figured out that you could put fillings in it, and I started making, I can't think of the name of it. It's not jelly, it's compotes. When I started making compotes and putting those inside the crepe, oh man, that made a whole difference. So you take a 6 or 8 inch crepe, and basically what you're using is an egg pan to do that in. You make the pancake batter really, really thin, so that the crepes come out like super flexible, but yet super duper thin. And you're cooking them for like 1 minute on either side, versus pancakes where you got to go 2 to 3 minutes per side. So I guess crepes are faster and easier, especially with a hot pan. But the problem is that you got to do some kind of filling, and whether that just be a spiced cream filling, or if you're doing a compote, or in my case, I make a great big batch of fried apples, because fried apples are good no matter what you put them on. And so I make a
Right.
great big batch of fried apples and I put those inside the crepes. Yum.
Sounds tasty. Sounds tasty.
Yeah, it's a personal choice what you want to put inside the crepe. I know when a lot of people go to France for vacation and things, they'll go to a crepe vendor and they'll have a jar of Nutella right there by their side. And so they'll make these 12-inch crepes and put the Nutella on it while it's still hot so the Nutella melts. And then you roll the sucker up, put it in a little bit of wax paper, and then just munch on it while you're walking through Paris. That's pretty cool, actually. I kind of like that, too. But I think crepes are not just for breakfast, but that's the way I always think of them.
Yeah. I found when cooking bacon, it's better to cook in a deeper pan. We have less grease jumping up at you. You know, get burned. The jumping grease.
Are you talking about pancakes?
No, I'm talking about cooking bacon.
Oh, bacon.
When you
okay.
I find it easier to cook bacon in a deeper pan to get less grease splashing up at you while you're cooking it.
You ever cooked bacon in an oven?
I know this may sound... In an oven? No. It's always been in a skillet of some kind. I just recently started cooking it in a deep pan. Or a deeper pan.
Dude, Jedi Bill.
I like to cook...
You are correct, sir. All this talk about food is in fact making me hungry.
I knew it would. Welcome to Breakfast Palooza. See, we can have a short show and you can go cook your breakfast.
VStar333 said, "Oh, Mr. CCDV, man after my own heart. Fried apples, learned that out in Kentucky, and now I make bomb fried chicken and sweet cornbread cooking. Oh yeah, oh yeah."
Sounds good.
Yeah, if you make the bacon in the oven, the bacon grease doesn't burn. So you can save that. I like to add bacon grease to my macaroni and cheese. So if you use, let's say, 6 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of bacon grease, it gives you that bacon flavor without ruining the texture of your macaroni and cheese. But again, that's personal choices all around for everybody. Making the bechamel sauce, making the bechamel sauce to melt the cheese in is the hardest part of making macaroni and cheese anyway.
Now, I find when I make scrambled eggs, I like to put shredded cheese in my eggs.
Oh, so do I.
Sometimes sometimes I put a little milk in my eggs. I don't know why I do that. I don't know where. I don't even know where I got that, but I do, and it comes out really good.
Yeah. Really good. Well, the thing is, you can use milk or water. Milk adds a little bit of flavor. Water doesn't. But the whole point in adding the water or the milk is when the liquid gets hot, it turns to steam, so your eggs end up fluffier. And that's why you add the water or the milk, because once it steams up, it becomes super fluffy, which you don't get with just plain eggs. I mean, there's plenty of water in egg, but not enough to turn it into a great big fluff pile.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you add a liquid to it.
I must have learned that from my mom or an aunt.
I'm sure. And a lot of people who are cooking for kids and have been 3rd, 4th generation moms or whatever the case may be, a lot of them don't know why you do things. There's a joke about a woman who was recently married. And a few months after they were married, they had pot roast. And the woman kept cutting the ends off of the pot roast. And one day her husband asked her, "Why do you cut the ends off the pot roast?" And she said, well, that's because that's the way my mom did it. And he said, but I don't understand. Can you call your mom and ask why she did it? And so they did. And her mom said, well, I cut the ends off of the pot roast because that's the way my mom did it. And they called grandma, and grandma said, well, yeah, I cut the ends off the roast because that's the only size pan I had, and that's the only way I could get the roast to fit in it. So there was no reason to do it, but they had been doing it for 3 generations.
Smiley, is that a smiley face?
That
Carlos?
is a smiley face. I like it. Thank you. Try adding cream cheese to the eggs when scrambling. Wow, I never even thought of that. Oh, that sounds good.
One of my favorite things that I like to do, breakfast sandwich. I'll toast a bagel, and I'll put the ham on it, and I'll put cream cheese on both sides of the bagel and have a just ham cream cheese bagel for breakfast. That's always good.
Well, you're certainly not kosher.
No. But I don't know. I just don't know. I just kind of came up with that one day, and it's like, because I always like bagels.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. I generally put cream cheese and like grape jelly or something on my bagels. So there's a lot of ways to do it. But when I was in Israel, they literally had lox laid out on the breakfast bar. So there'd be bagels, cream cheese, and lox, and then you've got a whole bunch of other stuff down the line. But I looked at that and I went, "Oh, I always thought it was a stereotype, but I guess it's a stereotype for a reason." You know what lox is?
No.
It's brined salmon. It's actually pretty darn good. Kosher ham. Oh my goodness. I believe that's what the Apostle Paul was eating on his travels, on his world travels, on his missions. He was eating kosher ham. I joke.
Well, what's I don't. Okay, I would that one went over my head.
Let's see. Ham comes from a cloven-hooved animal, so you can't eat it. In the original tradition of kosher diet, right? So pigs are bad. Don't eat pigs. That's the joke. Is after Jesus died on the cross and the Apostle Paul went out on his missions throughout the world to spread the gospel, he was eating anything that was put in front of him. And it's, he would eat ham and seafood. What I mean by seafood, I mean, they all ate fish, but shellfish. So he'd eat shrimp and lobster and crab and all that stuff, which he was not allowed to do either. Oh, thank you, V-Star, but that was actually Peter who had the vision. Paul is the one who lived with the non-Jewish converts. Peter stayed in Israel and started a commune there, but we went off the rails quick, didn't we?
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I enjoy hearing the. You know, I was trying to think of a breakfast story. Just I like to every once in a while. I like to get with my on Mother's Day. We go out and have a big brunch on Mother's Day.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but I didn't get to do that this year because Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was always fun. We would always go with a group of us and have be like a breakfast. Kind of a breakfast buffet. You would go and you would stand in line and you could get omelets and whatnot. Omelets and all the fruit.
Oh yeah, I went to a it was a champagne brunch. It was supposed to be for my birthday. Turned out it was just so I could show resistance to alcohol from my ex-wife. I was like, but it's my birthday. So I didn't actually get to enjoy it that much. Oh,
what are some
worry.
Obscure?
I was gonna say, don't worry, V-Star. I'm dyslexic myself, so. You were saying obscure what?
What would be some obscure breakfast foods? I don't know any personally. Breakfast, and sometimes donuts. And I know donuts aren't always the best breakfast. Cereal is always a good throwback. But I was wondering what some obscure breakfasts might be.
I think the weirdest breakfast food I ever had was sliced lamb on raw onions and peppers. And I was like, this is gross. Like, you put green peppers and onions on and in everything, and they're never cooked. They're awful. But the sliced lamb was good, so I picked out all the sliced lamb, and I went, that's good enough for me, and walked out. Thank you for breakfast.
Is it just me, or am I like too old to enjoy a grilled cheese breakfast sandwich? I normally, with a ham or turkey, I'll grill it, and I got my griller. It's kind of like a panini maker, but I do that with ham or turkey. Kind of little grilled cheese.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For breakfast.
Oh, I used to make fresh French bread and fresh sourdough bread when I could still eat bread. I could probably still eat bread now, as a matter of fact. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just nerve damage, so most of my meals are liquid now. Anyway. Oh. You are correct, V-Star. You are absolutely correct. I get to do what I want when I want, which is why I was on with Jedi Bill and DJ Odyssey till 1 o'clock in the morning, and here I am at 6 o'clock in the morning. Only got 4 hours of sleep. Thank you, Jedi Bill.
Wow, what? We only went for an hour.
That's about how much I sleep anyway, so it's no big deal. But yeah, when school starts, I'm gonna have to
Sandwiches.
monitor my sleep a little bit more carefully because I got to drive my daughter about 20 miles to school some days. So
Yikes. That's far. Why
yeah, but
so far?
it's a private school and low class numbers and all that
No.
stuff. It's actually a
Let's see.
homeschool kind of thing,
No.
uh, rather than I should say, yeah, it's more a homeschool thing than a private school thing because I won't be paying for it. It's just there are only 8 slots in this lady's house, and she was actually my older son's teacher for 2 years in the public school here, and decided she wanted to open up a homeschool. So that's where I'm going to be taking my daughter. I have never had a Monte Cristo sandwich. I guess
Sounds
that means
good.
Cristo sandwich. I should know what that is, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. Dang. Oh well.
Hate when that happens. It's okay. It's all right. It's
Oh, it is a charter school. Okay, and she's only allowed to have 8 children in her home as a registered charter school. Excellent. Thank you for pointing that out, V Star. I appreciate it.
okay. Yeah, thank you, V-Star. I appreciate you, V-Star. I thank you so much for coming, supporting me. Uh, I just wanted this show to be, and I would like to share. I still like to share it with the community, and I hope they will eventually take me up on the offer and decide to do a morning blend show on over on their channel. Just do it an hour or 45 minutes. You know, ooh, that sounds good, D Star. Deep fried or grilled, like grilled cheese with ham, Swiss cheese inside top, and powdered sugar. Mmm, that sounds tasty. Uh-huh. Try that one of these days. I do, I do most of the cooking. Nina can stand for too long. She's got her joint pain and her back pain, and so I'm mostly do I mostly do most of the cooking. So. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Thank you, V Star.
Hey, you got to take her. So I take 4th of July and she takes 5th of July, right?
Well, if I do this crazy thing, my crazy marathon stream, I want it to be just to rally again. I maybe I shouldn't do it, but I kind of already ordered in my mouth, so we'll see. We'll get it done. Might not go as long as 48. We'll see what we can do. Hello, number one sci-fi. How are you, my friend? Good morning. Thank you for dropping by. We've been talking about breakfast. I haven't ate breakfast, but uh,
No
I made some.
matter
I
no
made some
matter what I cook
pancakes.
for breakfast, my kids still prefer cereal. I think there's something wrong with that. No, I've
Yeah,
I've been
it
teaching my
is.
daughter how to make pancakes. She's actually getting pretty good at it.
Hmm. Yeah, you don't even have to like. I cheat. We got a thing where you just add water and then you throw it on the skillet, or and make the pancakes that way. That's how I make mine. Just add water. Throw it on the skillet. Don't burn it. Anybody
Wait
else would
for
like to
it.
tell?
Well,
Anybody
I
else
thought
want
you
to
were gonna.
tell a tale about good breakfast? What?
I thought you were gonna
What
come
did you
up with
think I was going
another
to say?
subject or something.
I don't know. Nah, it is called Breakfast Palooza. That is what I tiled in the description. So.
You did?
I don't know. Yeah, I titled it Breakfast Palooza.
Oh
It's
yeah,
morning
so
blend
you
and
did.
we're talking about Breakfast
Ah,
Palooza.
I don't. I usually don't scroll
Breakfast
down.
Palooza.
I usually don't
It's like
scroll down.
I'm up. All, okay, I'm literally up all night, and I come up with these. I just come up with them because I don't know what to do, so I just pick a topic and go from there. This is my two shows are very organic, and I'm having a lot of fun with being interactive with my audience and my co-hosts and whoever else decides to come up and be a guest on our show.
Carlo Albanese says my breakfast is at 9 p.m. for me. Is that interesting?
I'm having a lot of fun.
I used to work graveyard shift at Knott's Berry Farm in California. And yes, my breakfast was generally at 9 p.m. as well. But that was a long time ago. So I don't talk about it anymore.
Long time ago. Good morning, Mark the Infinitely Tired. Good morning. How are you doing, sir? Crab, omelet, shrimp, grits are my two favorites. Boy, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I haven't had. I don't know if I don't think I've ever eaten grits. Grits
Okay.
are potatoes, right?
No,
They're
it's
potatoes, right?
boiled corn hominy with cream and salt. Or, you can add sugar or syrup on it if you want to.
I have to go. I have to go try me some
Basically,
grits.
it's cream of wheat. If you've ever had cream of wheat, you've had grits. Only
Okay.
it's hominy, corn hominy instead of wheat. If you've ever had polenta, you've had grits. Have you ever had polenta?
That's like a banana, right?
Ay, ay,
Isn't
ay.
it? I thought it's like a little banana, isn't it?
No.
Or am I mixing it up?
You are
I don't
mixing it up.
know.
All right. So the stuff that you buy in order to make cornbread is cornmeal, right? Well, grits
Yeah.
is generally used with hominy rather than with cornmeal, but you can still do grits with cornmeal. So you're literally boiling the cornmeal
Yes.
into a mush, and you add whatever flavorings you want. Most people go with butter and salt. Some people go with syrup or sugar or something like that. So, yeah, a plantain is a banana. Polenta is a fancier
Oh.
way of saying grits.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now I get it. Thank you for telling me that. I try not to mix them up in the future.
V-Star and I
Thank
are of
you,
the same
Mark.
mind on that. We described it the same way. Cream of wheat, only with corn and grittier. But it is possible to make a very smooth grits. Oh, so many things you can do with plantains too. Have you ever had I should remember the name before I say it. I started talking about it and I can't remember the name of it now. It is tostones. Ah, tostones. I remember the name. Okay, so you take a plantain, and it's got to be a plantain. It can't be a banana. All right. Although you can do it with bananas, they're just too sweet. But the plantain, if you take it and you cut it up into chunks, you give it a little fry in a frying pan, and then you smash it flat and you fry it through the rest of the way. Serve it with a little bit of olive oil and garlic. Oh my goodness. That's a plantain. And then, of course, or not, no, that's a tostone. It's like banana chips, only not sweet. You can have those for breakfast as well. Fried bananas, if you want to.
Well, I really haven't got much more on breakfast Palooza. We've coming up on 40, a little over 40 minutes. I
You
think
need
we
an
should
intro and an
wrap
outro so you don't have to talk so long.
I've tried, and I don't know. The thing is, I don't know how to attach it to the show or the live stream. I had
Oh,
trouble with that, and I'm afraid to try again. I'm afraid to try again. I'll just mess it up.
nah, someone will help you figure it out. Number one sci-fi
Okay.
will help you figure it out. LDG will help you
Okay.
figure it out. That kind of thing. You're not alone, brother. I don't know
Okay.
how all this technical stuff works either. That's why I have a 16-year-old boy do all my work for me.
I'm just figuring it out. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by this morning. Thank you, Mark, the Infinitely Tired. Thank you, V Star 33. Been so great and wonderful. Thank you, Mark, the Infinitely Tired. Thank you, Mr. CPD, each and every day and night being my co-host. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Carlo uh, Albanese. Is that correct? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Uh, enjoy your breakfast. Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy your day. Uh, Thank you so very much for
And
dropping
don't
by.
forget karaoke tonight.
Oh, yes. Karaoke. Lots of fun. I am actually going to get some sleep. I'm going to sleep for a couple hours.
That's a good
So
idea,
I'll be
Jedi
right as
Bro.
rain. So I'll be right as rain to sing with Nina and everybody tonight. What? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Carlo would
Yeah.
like to correct your pronunciation real quick, if you don't mind. Albanese is
Okay.
pronounced as if he's easy.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Oh, I'm truly
Albanese.
sorry. Albanese. Thank you, and I am sorry I mispronounced your name. Thank you for joining me and Mr. CBE on the Morning Blend. And
Have a great
Mr.
day, everyone.
CPD,
Yeah, what?
would you like to have a topic for tomorrow and get with me on that?
Oh, I got to come up with a topic on a Sunday?
Well,
Hmm.
You could come up with a topic and shoot me a DM.
Competing against Anti-Trekker, I'm not sure I could come up with a good enough topic.
Oh, okay. Well,
no, I can. Trust me, I
think
can
it
come
over.
up with a topic. I know you're not a religious feller, but it's Sunday morning, so if you don't mind, I could come up with a topic. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. I welcome it.
Awesome. All right. Then I'll DM you and let you know what the topic will be. And if you want me to, I'll set up the stream unless you've already got it set up for tomorrow. Are you asking me to host it, or are you asking me to host it, or did you already?
No, I haven't set it up. If you would like to host, you can host it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Putting you on the spot.
Well, no, I can come up with a study in a heartbeat, and I won't be talking to myself. I'll be answering questions in the chat if I can. So,
okay.
And I'm no theologian or anything like that, but I'm an amateur when it comes to biblical studies. But hey, Sunday morning, I haven't been to church in a while. Might as well take care of it.
Okay. We'll catch it. We'll catch everyone tomorrow again on the Morning Blend. Have a great day.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye.